Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. In this video, we're gonna talk about Adidas suing Ye for $4 billion. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because the only thing that I'm seeing here is Adidas refusing to leave this man alone. Adidas consistently harassing Ye as though Ye is to be blamed for them making a decision that they solely made, and their losses should be for them to, accept. But instead of them accepting their losses, they wanna, sue Ye for everything that they've lost because they decided to cut ties with him. Ye did not force them to cut ties with him, guys. They made that decision because of the Jewish community and that man, Ari Emanuel, who basically told them, y'all need to cut ties with you. And because they look at Ari Emanuel as God and they had to do what their Lord and Savior told them to do, they decided that they want to cut ties. No one saw it fit to have a discussion. No one saw it fit to say, you know what? What this man said, we don't support it. But there's one thing I can tell you. This is a good deal, and this man is down bad and is in need of help. He's going through a divorce. He's losing his family, and I cannot imagine how hard that is to deal with. So while we don't support anything that he's saying, the partnership that we have with him, does not mean that we support his actions or his words. There could have been, this thing could have taken so many other route, but no, everyone wanted this man to suffer, and they did not realize in his suffering, they would all suffer just the same. Now, you guys might be asking, how do I know that they want Ye to pay them $4 billion? Well, it is because Ye is telling a fan, right? So basically, a fan bought a pair of the Yeezy Pods, right? And the person posted on their Instagram page, so this is what they mean when size 3 fits 10 to 13 in Yeezy Pods, right? So basically, he basically got a review of what size, he should have bought. But he went ahead and he bought a different size. And then he basically, made that post. Ye was not a appreciative of it. So Ye reached out to him. Ye responded saying, get a size 1. Don't play with me like that. It ain't funny. I worked for a year on these and put them out myself. Jordan wanted to do his own brand and Nike threatened Foot Locker to pull all the shoes out the stores. Adidas copied all my ish and treated me like ish. Adidas is suing me for $4 billion and selling my shoes without paying me, and they said I misuse the marketing fund when I am the marketing. That's why they sent me the money in the first place. You have no idea how much work I've put in to everything we do. Now, listen, the person then basically said, I've shared your pod post multiple times in lights that push sales to my audience. Greg Street is my OG, and he'll tell you that I'm a supporter of your innovation, leadership, and thought process. I currently have a pair of pods en route to me. What I will do is to share your DM on my page so the world can see the history of the fighting within footwear. I appreciate you reaching out. Keep inspiring and we'll keep sharing. Love from Atlanta. Ye responded by saying, thanks so much. I appreciate your support so much, right? So basically, Ye was definitely in his feelings, and that is something that we all can understand. Honestly, I wish that he would just go about things differently because he has to realize that you cannot be doing the same things and getting different results. And I'm not talking about his creativity, how he creates products and comes up with ideas. I'm talking about business, how he handles business and his business transactions with other people, customer service, and all of that. I really want to see him doing things differently because, in my estimation, if he does things differently, he will get better results. For example, how he initially started to respond to that customer, right? No, he has to understand that people are entitled to their opinion and customers' feedbacks are important. He did reach out, but the initial response is not something that I would have liked for him to say, right? I know that he's going through a lot, but I believe that, starting off, he could have been like a bit more diplomatic, at the beginning of his response. But at the same time, I have to also say that I am speaking from a safe place. I don't know what it is like to be Ye. I don't know what it is like to be in his shoe, nor to be, um, faced with the numerous challenges that he has going through. So, I think that with me saying that he should have responded differently, while I would like to see that, at the end of the day, he's going to respond how he sees fit and based on his temperament at that point. But getting back to Adidas, I don't know what Adidas' problem is because, I mean, I think that Adidas, they have been suing everyone. If you guys remember, Adidas filed a lawsuit with Thom Brown. Do you remember that company? And they sue Thom Brown for using stripes. They basically said that when people look at Thom Brown clothing, the first impression they will get is that that is a Adidas product, right? And in the lawsuit, Thom Brown basically showed that they use a variation of stripes. And looking at the clothing looked closer to Tommy Hilfiger than a Adidas clothing, right? So everything was just weird, to be very honest. Everything was just off because Adidas always is just claiming universal rights over something that they don't own. And whenever Adidas seems to be suing a lot of people ever since they have cut ties with Ye. And what I'm gathering is that they are doing these lawsuits because they want to basically, um, you know, get back everything that they have lost. In my estimation, they are basically trying to get compensated for all the money that they have lost as a result of cutting ties with Ye. But they need to understand that they are the ones that made that decision. No one made that decision for them. They made that decision for themselves. And as such, they need to live with the consequences of their actions. They cannot just be going about wanting to take out everything on Ye, basically, declaring revenge on Ye for their own personal decision. I believe it is very wrong. And, because they know that this man has no protection, there's so many people who consistently try to do things to him and get away with it because if he doesn't have any protection, who's going to fight for him, basically. And I have to say that they are doing far too much at this point, and I do hope that this case gets thrown out of court. I honestly do because Adidas does not um Adidas should not be holding you accountable for, their actions. And it is unethical for them to be doing something like this. And, with them suing this man, I have to say, that's all I see them doing here. Basically, trying to charge ye for everything that they have lost because of a decision that they have made without thinking. So basically, whenever they make a decision without thinking carefully, Ye has to be held accountable for their immature actions. And that is definitely wrong. If you ask me, it's definitely wrong. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what are your thoughts. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up. Share if you care, and see you guys later. Peace.